Hi everyone, I'm the Ember, and in this video I'm going to show you how to add a nice looking tile set and an animated character. If you haven't seen part 1 of this video, I really recommend checking it out, and once you've done that, come back here and we can finish this game off. Okay, so first we're going to download the assets. So open up any browser, and I'll have this link in the description, but it's basically just the base character. It's really nice and clean, and then we can just click download now, and then we can download the asset pack. So it's downloaded, and I'll also have this link in the description as well. It's just a really nice clean asset pack. Okay, so we're going to click download as well, and then download that. Okay, so now we can close our browser. Okay, so those files will be zipped. I'm just going to select both of those, right click, and I'm going to unzip this. Then we can delete those zip files. Now we have our 2 assets. Okay, I've opened up our game from where we left off last time, and I'm just going to import our sprites. So first of all, I'm going to get the Farmer Story assets. In there should be Farmer Story sprites, and then I'll just use this Farmer Story sprites sprite sheet. And I'll just drag that into assets. And then I'll grab the base character and drag that into assets as well. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm just actually going to delete this tile map. So I'll delete that. And then I'm going to add a tile map layer. It's basically the same as a tile map, but it's just an updated version and a bit better. And then I'm going to make a new tile set. Go to tile set and bring in the Farmer Story sprites. And I'll also just click yes on this. Okay. Good, we have all our sprites. Now we need to add a physics layer, so add a physics layer, and then in paint I'll select that physics layer, and I'll just give it to all these round bits. Okay, that should be good. I just added the collision layer to all our main sprite bits. Then we can go back to tile map and we can just draw these out. But you can see there is a problem. These sprites are actually blurry. So to fix this, we're going to go up to project settings, and I'll just type in filter, and then there should be one called textures, and default texture filter, I'll make that nearest. And we can close this, and you can see they're nice and crisp. So now I'm just going to draw out a bit of a world. Okay, so I just built out a simple world. Now we can press the play button and try this out. Okay, this is looking pretty good. Okay, so that's good enough for the moment. Let's add the animated character, and then we can come back and make this look better later. So I'm going to go over to the player scene, and I'm going to add a animated sprite 2D node. This one. And then I'll put the trail underneath that. And we can delete our old sprite. And then in our animated sprite 2D, I'm going to go over to the animation tab. Click new sprite frames. Click that. And then I'm just going to rename this default animation to idle. Then I'm also going to click this little grid button. That'll open up the file explorer. Then I'm going to find where the assets are saved. And then I'm gonna do idle. I'm going to make the size 16 by 16, and I'm going to make the vertical somewhere around about 10. Okay, this should be fine. I'll zoom in a bit and select these top sprites and add those frames. Then I'll just move it to the top. Now I'm gonna do the same thing for a walk animation. Select the walk one. Okay, now we need to adjust the collision shape to match a bit better. And I'm also going to change this to a capsule. And I'll make it somewhere around about 0.5. And I'll just position this perfectly. Okay, that's looking good. I'm going to go back to our animated sprite and play idle by default. We can also press this play button to have a look at it. Maybe I'll make it 12 FPS, should be good. Then in our script, I'm just going to click and drag our animated sprite in and hold down Control to make a link. Then down here in the if direction, I'm going to type animated sprite 2D dot play and then walk. And else I'll do animated sprite 2D dot play and idle. Now we can try this out. And you can see we do actually have a few problems. And that is that the player sprite isn't flipping when we go the other direction, and the trail is actually way too big, or the player is too small. Okay, so I'm going to fix the size first. So I'm going to go back to 2D, select our player, go to transform and make this 1.5. Press play again and let's have a look. Okay, this is better. It's just the trail is still not in the middle and we're still walking backwards, but that's okay. I'll select the trail and maybe I'll make it like 13 width. So I'm just going to select the trail and move it down a bit, then press play. And that's pretty good. Okay, so to flip the sprite, I'm going to write this: animated sprite 2D dot flip page equals direction less than 0. Okay. Now if we play, and you see it is working. Cool. Now I'm just going to add a background to our world. But you see it is actually putting the player behind it. So to fix that, I'm just going to go to the tile map, ordering, and make it -2. Press play, and there we go, we have the trail. Okay, so I'm going to quickly make another tile map layer, make another tile set, bring our sprites in, and then I'm going to go to ordering and make this like a value of 3, so it's way in the front. And then we can basically just like get any tree. Something like this is probably fine. Now I can press play. And there we go. It's looking pretty nice. Okay, so that's basically it for this episode. Hope you learned something from this. If you want to see more videos like this, please subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.